Hello students, in today's chemistry class you will learn about law of conservation of mass. This law it was proposed by Lavoisier, and according to this law matter can neither be created nor destroyed but is transformed from one form to another. It may changes from one form to another form during the chemical reaction. So, it can also be stated as the mass of the product in a chemical reaction must equal to the mass of the reactants. It will be very clear from this example. During a chemical reaction, the total mass and the number of atoms of the reactants equal to the total mass and number of atoms of the products. As you can see here in the first picture, in the first one you can see two water molecules are there, H2O, two water molecules, they are combined together, means two water molecule is there, and when it is broken down into separate, means when it is broken down into single water molecule, it contains two hydrogen atoms and one single oxygen atom. And you can see here there is number of hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms on both sides, it's equal, that is 2 oxygen atom, both side it's 2, and 4 hydrogen atom, both side, left hand side and right hand side, both the number of atoms are equal. Next, see another example. In this you can see calcium chloride solution, that is CaCl2. It is being added with sodium sulfate solution. When there is a reaction between calcium chloride and sodium sulfate, there is a formation of calcium sulfate, and it can be visible in the form of white PPT, that is white precipitate, in sodium chloride, that is NaCl solution. And when you will weigh them, the both side, that is weight before the reaction and weight after the reaction, means both side, reactant side and product side, you can see in the weighing machine the mass is same, that is 300.23 gram. Both side you can see the mass of the reactants is same. So in this through this examples you can say that mass neither created nor be destroyed during a chemical reaction, only it can transform from one form to another form. Now see through the how to calculate the mass of the reactants, means mass of the reactants and mass of the products. To calculate the mass of any chemical compound, first see in the first example there is a reaction in which calcium carbonate is heated and it is broken down into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Now calculate the molecular mass of calcium carbonate. Calcium, its molecular mass is 40, for carbon it's 12, and for oxygen it's 16. As oxygen it is 3 atoms are there in this, so it will be multiplied by 3, so total will be 100 gram. Product side you can see for CaO, that is for calcium oxide, calcium it's 40 and for oxygen it's 16. Here only we will take 16 because oxygen is present, because only one atom of oxygen is here. It will be added with carbon dioxide. You can see for for carbon it's 12 and for oxygen it's 2 multiplied by 16. 16, that is the mass of atomic mass of oxygen, and 2 its frequency number, means number of atoms of oxygen is here 2, that's why it will be multiplied by 2. Now when you will add them, it will come 100 gram. So here you can see 100 gram reactant side and product side also is 100 gram. So in this way the mass of the reactants is always equal to the mass of products. In the second example also you can see, that is 2H2 plus O2 when there is a reaction between hydrogen and oxygen through electric spark, in presence of electric spark, it will form water molecule. So let's see their calculation of the molecular mass. 2, and for hydrogen it's 1, and 2 atoms of hydrogen is there, so it will be multiplied by 2. So 1 multiplied by 2, that is equal to 2, and it's 2, frequency number is 2, so it will be multiplied by 2. So 2 into 2, it will be equal to 4. 2 into, then next is for O2, it's 2 multiplied by 16, that will be 32. And for water molecule, it will be 1 for hydrogen atomic mass, 2 its number of atom, and for oxygen it's 16. When it will be added, it will come 18, and 2 is the frequency number. So 2 into 18, it will be 36. So both side, reactant side as well as product side, the mass is equal. So mass of the reactants is equal to mass of the products. So through this you can say that the law of conservation of mass is verified through this example, and you have observed that the mass of a reactant is always equal to the mass of the products, and matter, it cannot be created nor be destroyed during a chemical reaction. Now today's homework: state law of conservation of mass. What do you observe when barium chloride solution is mixed with barium sulfate solution? Question number 3. Complete exercise questions. Students, this was your last topic of first chapter. So complete exercise questions and write answers in your chemistry notebook. Thank you.